In the world that we live in right now, most people don't have knowledge or wisdom. Most people are just informed. They have so much information and they carry themselves as they're very knowledgeable or educated, but I think otherwise. And the reason I'm saying this is because education is actually learning something, going through something and learning the lessons in it, or actually getting information and dig deep and learn something. There's always something to learn within whatever you learned. It's always deeper and deeper. There's no ending to learning. You can teach me the most simplest thing. 1 plus 1 is 2. And you can go deeper and keep learning and learning. That's what you really call learning. Because you know the thing and whatever is within that thing. And you can go as far as you can. That's what you call learning. That's how the world been evolving. But with this information-based world, people walk around with information and take these information as their truth, but in reality, it may not be. And I have another view on life that can change most people's outlook on life if they're really willing to understand what I'm trying to say, or understand in a way. I want you to imagine life as a tree, an everlasting tree, a tree that will last, that's powerful enough to last, or that's strong enough to last from the first time this life was created to the last time God destroyed the whole world, or this world is ending. And as a regular tree, as a tree in general, we all know when seasons change, leaves fall off, and the cycle keep repeating. And the reason I'm saying this is because when the leaves fall and the cycle is repeating itself, new leaves is coming. That's what we call the evolution of life, and life is moving in a technology way, or just life is evolving. But in reality, there's no such thing as life is evolving. There's only such thing as people are evolving. And if a lot of people in the community evolve, the community evolve. But if the community itself evolve by tying the evolution on something that's not human, then there's no growth. There's no change. It's just temporary. And I'll make it so simple. Check this out. Just imagine the tree of life. Like I say, imagine life as a tree. And the leaves changes every season. And majority of the people my age, the young generation, we tend to be attracted to build our lives up on the leaves, right? Social media, you want to be an influencer, you want to be a rapper, you want to be this, you want to be that. All the most beautiful thing that every young man want to become. Create a business online, make money online without doing too much. Just have life easy and money just flow to you. That's only possible, at least majority of the time it's possible if you live your life on the leaf. You build your life on that leaf that's temporary. So you get whatever comes with that before the season flips. As I go out in my every here's the whatever is popping right now, everybody needs to do it to make money. They pay $100,000 a year, so everybody's flocking to it. It's just like a leaf. Just like social media influencer. It's just like a leaf. If you make it, it's good. But when that leaf falls due to the season, then whatever greatness you are doing, the success, it's not really great success. It's just temporary. Right? And the real life is just, you just putting this phone away or whatever comes with it. Whatever reality comes with this phone away. You wake up in the morning, you go outside, you meet the people in your community and businesses, the town. Whatever you make or from just your surroundings is really you living life. Actually helping people. It's not real. That can't hold forever. That always change. And they are praised, eminently so. But I want you that's not life. You're supposed to build your life on the trunk of life, on the of life, sturdy forever. A lot of these businesses that you see online that you're craving, that you wish you had, it's not needed. You don't see the benefit. Most of these multi-billionaire or more companies outside your city, you don't see it. It's not needed. In your city. things that you bought, that you thought you needed. But if these companies embedded in your face, you wouldn't buy it, because if you live your life, environment, you don't need none of these. You will only get things that will put in your environment to live better, to live comfortably. But we look up to people online, that type of life, but nobody in our community have that life. Maybe I can enough to produce that type, because we're dealing with whatever we're dealing with as a community. And if you're great, the first thing you should touch. This is, if I want to create something that's beneficial, that's helping people, I'm supposed to start around me. Social media makes it so easy to connect with great people, intellectual people, people that single person look up to and try to be like. But you don't know what they did, what they're doing. Go outside your life and see how many great person you can see, or person you have access to without social media. Anybody can just have access to a great person because they have something important to do. They have things to do. They have things they for. They have a purpose to fulfill in this life. And person, you don't have access. You wouldn't even know where they hide. You wouldn't even know where they hang out at. You wouldn't even know where they work at. But social media makes it so easy that you can look at a great person and know this is where they work at, this is what they're doing, and you try to mimic it. Yeah, it's fine. But in reality, in your neighborhood, in your surroundings, will you have a conversation with them? Person. Or online, and just focus on the most of this tree that I'm talking about. The crypto came, and now it talks about it that much, because it's a leaf. It fell off. It may come back, but it's not. It can stay for a whole generation. Your kids can come back. You may be an expert as a crypto person, but what crypto is. So you're great. You're not important no more. That the real great people, out of money, upon achievements, at least achievement. It was all spiritual achievements. The greatest prophets. There wasn't to talk about them. They built their life on the tree of life, the roots, the strong branches for a love. But it's very for a leaf, all off in different. Sometimes with a powerful wind, leaves can fall off. That you can make money. You can do a lot of things that people didn't think possible could be done online. The world, it moved us to a different world, which is living our life on branches. You wouldn't even know those online things were a thing if you didn't have a phone, because you have to go in that phone, in the universe of that phone, like get into it, see available. But if you turn that phone off, you wouldn't see that of none of those things that was created when COVID came, like Zoom, like all these digital things that's pop, if you don't have a phone. But working phone or whatever services don't work, internet don't work, but you still wake up, you still get out of your house, you still go buy groceries, but you don't need businesses that's embedded in this phone to live your life. But if you into this life of like whatever the life that's in your own, then it's a must for you to have all those businesses. So those businesses are not really real. It's just in your phone, just because you put value into it. And now it's something that can bring in millions and billions of dollars to the owners. And you shut this phone don't exist, or it don't work. What's the benefit of Facebook? What's the benefit of Instagram? What's the benefit of PayPal? What's the benefit of Amazon? Bit of all these things? There's none. What if we go outside and get, because You don't have access to access all that don't really exist. That we are thriving. We are putting all our energy to build a life that's not sustainable. It's temporary and it's built on a leaf. And in the world, like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like Job, Jesus, all these great prophets, like whatever this people is on the tree of life, the trunk, the sturdiest part. As long as life exists, whatever effort they put in will still exist. You think are great because they are billionaires, where the internet don't work no more, and they're not great no more. So, what are you looking for? A greatness by a change of season and change. No matter how powerful the wind is, no matter how rough it is, still exists. Even when if you don't have electricity, the greatness of all these prophets that I just mentioned still will exist. But if you don't have electricity, you don't have phones, you don't have any time, and other people that are looked at as peasants will probably survive better than them in the real life. Somebody who can't achieve. Greatness is becoming or elevating to self or life to the point that a lot of people don't. And that's what they understood themselves. They understood the main mission of life, and they taught us and they try to guide us. All their names, they're still being looked up to. They're still being respected. That's what you call greatness. So for you to dig deep and see what you really stand for and understand. It's a life that I'm trying to believe that can always change, or on the trunk. What part of the life will be revolved around, and be ready for whatever comes. It's harder to build your life on the trunk because person life on the trunk. It's tougher. It's not the most beautiful way. It's not the most highlighted way of your life. It's, but they're colorful, they're green. So it's beautiful. But if you build your life up on it, just because the beauty attracted you, then you will fall with that beauty into thin air on you, because you're on the ground, you're not valuable no more. But when you was at your highest point, beautiful people look at you, they like to be under you because it feels better to be under the roots of the tree, because it's rough and ugly and just nothing, but they're used for many things. To do great things that's needed for this life. That's where I'm building your life on the most sturdiest part of this tree of life, as all the goodest in the past did, and everything they did still stands. Life that we're living right now is not sustainable. It's temporary. Every year there's a new way to make money. There's a new way to be great. Not any collapsed. A lot of business came and collapsed, and there was the talk of the town. There was the company that everybody want to be. There was the companies that everybody want to deal with. There was great. Where are they now? We fantasize everything we look up to is nothing. It don't have nothing to do with us. We just put in more by looking into this phone and taking in that's not really facts, and change every dynamic of our lives just because it don't look like that. It's the biggest problem in our society, because if you wake up minding your phone, acknowledge if it comes from that phone, you go outside, you notice that you don't need everything that's advertised to you to get to your store and buy whatever you need. Payment method, cash, or you don't need all that extra thing. You don't need the multi-million-dollar mansion, because in your society, it's hard to survive. So you will work hard to get to the point where, okay, this is good. Me and my family is here. Yeah, you can thrive for more, but other people in a different part of the world make you feel like whatever you achieved in your real life is not enough. You have to get bigger and bigger. Society, in your town, where you stay at, you aiming for. It's like you're living in a desert, but you see somebody living in a tropical island. Now you want to eat fruits. How can you do that? What you was doing to keep life moving, family, but now you're obsessed with the fruits every day. Where are you gonna get it from? And if you end up getting fruits every day, it's so expensive that you're gonna put all your family savings into that fruit. You have to get out of this. Every human is not the same. Every country is not the same. The finances in every country is not the same. Just because you see somebody else that's the same age as you doing something bigger, and you think you next to make their life a bit better, and a bit better every time, it's gonna get much better. But people, they want it from nothing to something in 1 second. What if you society, wherever you reside at, wherever you at, don't provide dignity to get to the place they always desire to be? At what cost? You notice that was chasing this leaf, and by the time you get there, the leaf may fall off for nothing. So thrive to build your life on this tree of life. And this, look at life like a tree and build your life. Left on the sturdiest part, you may not look into people, you may not be attracted to you or whatever you're doing, but know you're doing the right things. Because whatever you do, no matter how small, you can put $1 today, and if you don't touch it for 1,000 years, it will be more valuable. $1 10 years ago and $1 now is not the same value. So if you look at it like that, you would build your life on the most, because the value adds and adds. Even though it don't look appealing, it don't look beautiful, but the value adds. But if you build your life on the leaf, on a temporary thing, or something that reality phone, then it may fall off. Then you don't have nothing to stand on.